So last week, Casey Ferris published a video explaining how to create a countdown timer in the Fusion page. And I decided to follow along and try it myself, but I found a small problem. If you follow his step by step, you will notice that for a 5-second Fusion composition, you will see the counter start at 4 and it will show you for 1 second the 0 time. In my opinion, that's not correct. It should start at 5 and it should stop at 0 and finish. So I messed around with everything and I found the solution to correct that problem. So that's why I'm here, to show you how you can create that timer without that issue. So let me show you in the computer. So let's go. So here we are inside of Davinci Resolve edit page, and I already have here the Fusion composition of the 2D countdown timer. And as you can see, if I go to the end, you can see that it's a 5-second Fusion composition, but it starts at 4. And when we play it somewhere around here, it reaches 0 and you still have 1 second showing 0. So let's see how you can correct this. So let's start a new Fusion composition. So come here, right click, new Fusion composition. I'm gonna give it 3D timer because I'm gonna do it in 3D and this will be a little bit different from 2D. So let's start the assembly. Create it, come here to where it says 3D timer, the one that we created right now. And we only have our media out. So the media out is the node that will send everything that you create inside of the Fusion to the timeline. So let's start creating this. So the first thing is adding this one, the render 3D, because we are working in 3D space. We have to always have the render 3D. Come here in the lighting, enable lighting and shadows, and come here to the render type to hardware render. Now let's connect this to our media out. Now let's add here a merge 3D, connect the merge 3D over here. Let's add a camera and let's add a spotlight and let's add our text. So I'm gonna put the text here. Let me connect the text to the merge one, the spotlight and the camera. Let's put the merge 3D one in here in the viewer one. Let me rotate this a little bit like this. Gonna select the camera, gonna move the camera back a little bit, gonna select the spotlight, gonna put it somewhere around here and up. Now let's go to the text, and now here is one of the important things. So as Casey explains here, you have to right click and come here and select time code, not text timer, time code. Press it and immediately you see this gigantic number of zeros with the dots. So let's refine this a little bit. First, let me change here the font and the type and the size because this is too big. Something like this. Now let's come here where it says modifiers, select modifiers, and in here you have the configuration of this time code. So we have hours, minutes, seconds, and frames. So we don't want hours and we don't want frames. So we only want minutes and seconds. Now let's go back to the tools. Now let's select the spotlight and let me put the spotlight a little bit back. And I want to come here to the transform in the X rotation and rotate it down a little bit. And I want to come here to the controls and I'm gonna increase here a little bit, give it something like this. And let's go to the text. I forgot one thing. It's here, come here to the H anchor and select this. We're gonna justify to the left because if the numbers will change, you don't see the timer increasing or moving around. It will be fixed on this position. So now let's come here to the layout and let's come here. Let me change this to 7.5. No, okay. So now let's come here to the text again and come here to the extrusion. Let's give it the extrusion depth. Let me put this a little bit bigger. Now let me come here, bevel depth and bevel width. Now as you can see, it starts to show the 3D. Now let me add here the replace material because I want to give it a little bit more shine, more pop to this. Connect it. Connect to the spotlight. I'm going to increase this to 2. And let's go to the camera, and I'm going to move the camera up a little, and I'm going to come here to the transform, and in here I'm going to move it a little like this, and still come here, the layout, and I'm going to move it just a little bit like this. Okay, and it's okay. So now let's correct this, because if we play it, look, it starts from 0, passes to 1, and it goes and it finishes at 4. So we want to invert that. To invert that, we have to use a node that will invert this, and let's try to add it here. Shift space and type speed, and it's this one, time speed. Now let's add it, and you can notice that here it doesn't connect here, because we are working in 3D space, and timecode doesn't work in 3D space. So we have to put it after here the render. So let's put it over here. So let's add it over here, and look, so we have here the time speed. Now in the time speed, as Casey explains and well, we have to put here a minus, and immediately you see that it's at 0 now, and in the beginning it's at 4. But we have a 5-second timeline. Why it starts at 4, and somewhere around here, look, it's here, from 96 to the 97, it comes to 0, and we have all of this over here at 0. And in my opinion, the 0 only should appear in the end. So let me show you how you can correct this. It's very easy. Just come here to the text 3D, or if you have a regular text, it's exactly the same. Come here to the modifiers. You will see this, double click it, and come here where it says start offset. This is the important part. Come here, and you have 0, and put 22 if you are working at 24 frames per second. If you are doing 30, probably 28, it's the number. So let's put it, and now you can see that here it's at 1, and now it changed from 1 to 0 in the last frame, and if it's go to the beginning, it's at 5. Now it's okay. So now let's go to the edit page, and let's put our 3D timer, and if we play it, and 0, and it stops. So now it's doing what it's supposed to do. So as you could see, Casey Ferris did a great job, and I will leave the link of his video down below in the description. And as you can see, only by changing a little parameter, you can correct that and have a great countdown timer. So I hope you learned something today, and I hope you enjoy it. If yes, don't forget, hit that like button, that helps a lot. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and hit that notification bell to be notified next time I launch a video. Until then, bye!